Welcome back, guys, to Vibes and Wahala. It's not a podcast, it's a show, it's an experience, it's vibes, no niche. So, my name's Kemi, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so you know what? Us girls, yeah, we're actually hilarious. Like, I'm gonna sip my wine. If not even 1 minute into the show, I'm sipping my wine because I say that because last week I finished work. I was knackered. I was exhausted. I just needed to get home because I knew I was coming home to my baby girl. So I get on the train, yeah, and then a few stops after, this couple gets on the train. But the way it was, yeah, you know how the trains are, like there's three here, three here. I sat on this side because I want to be able to almost lean on the door a little bit, but not lean on the door, if you know what I mean. There was somebody sat there, and then on same thing on the other side. So the only two seats left were the ones in the middle. Few stops in now, this couple comes in. The guy sits next to me. The girl goes and sits. But I feel like the girl thought I was gonna get up. Babes, I have been standing on my feet for 5 hours. I'm not getting up. She sat opposite him. This girl was giving me the dirtiest looks. I was like, babes, I never told your man to come and sit next to me, so please. I've already got my wahala at home. I don't need it. I don't need your trouble. So then this girl gave me dirtiest looks. I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue like just scrolling on my phone, playing games. As soon as the person on this side, no, she gave him a look first, and then he handed her an AirPod. So I think they were both listening to music, which was cute actually. Then as soon as the guy next to her boyfriend came off, she ran to sit there. She gave me a dirty look, and I'm just like, that just made me think like, are we that territorial of our men? Like, that is crazy. Even when she was getting off the train, like, you got off the train before me. Me, I'm getting off at almost the last stop. You get off the train before me. You're with your man. Go. Go and enjoy. Maybe you're going on a night out. Go and enjoy it. Leave me alone. All I wanted to do was just go home. I was tired. Like I said, I was standing for 5 hours. But it was so, but it just made me think, like, are we that territorial? And like, it's crazy. And the thing is, yeah, the similar thing happened the day after in the morning. Train is packed. Obviously, morning rush. I walk onto the train. Obviously, I like to sit where I'm almost by myself. So like, if I'm using train, I'm squishing myself up in a corner like this. A couple was sitting there, obviously on the train already. I came to sit down. I found my little seat over there. I need to go sit down. It was the guy, the girl, the guy, then me. The guy is now doing all of this with his leg, doing all of this, doing all of this. I didn't realize, and I started laughing. And the person opposite me, I think he saw what was happening. He started laughing as well because before I knew it, this girl's now rubbing up her man's back, one in love. And then she went like that to look at me. I'm thinking, is what? Why? Why do we do this? Like, is it by be confident in your relationship? It's okay. It's not every girl that is out to steal it's not every girl that's out there that wants to steal your man. It's okay. It's okay, girls. It's okay. Restrict it. I need to take that on as well. Cause not gonna lie, I see what they're doing. And I probably would have done the same thing, but you would have actually seen it on my face that it's like, girl, you better move yourself or I'm about to excuse you. But why do we do that? Honestly, why do we do that? Anyways, you know what? I was going to talk about my first festival, my first ever festival experience, but unfortunately, that did not happen. But the Made in 90s festival was last weekend, and it looked fun. I did get tickets. It looked fun, but I just couldn't go, and which was upsetting. I couldn't go because babysitting problems happened, and by the time I got babysitting problems fixed, it was too late for me to go. Like, I got babysitting problems fixed, I think around like 5, 6. I didn't, the event was finishing at 10. I don't live close. I would have had to travel almost 2 hours. By the time I get there, everything's done. Which made it worse because I bought VIP tickets. You know when you're trying to save up for things and then you just spend thinking, oh yeah, this is a once in a lifetime experience. I don't know when I'm going to go to a festival again. Let's just go. Let's just spend the money, and then I don't end up going. This is not the time to be wasting money. Not the time. I say that, and then I literally bought clothes and stuff, knowing that I needed to save up for something. You know what? Us females are actually funny. I say that again so much because like we know we have to be spending wisely, but then we see something and we're like, oh, when am I gonna get this experience again? And I'm constantly like, I'm like, when am I gonna spend money again? Like, when am I gonna do this again? When am I? You're only on this earth once. You only live once. Like, let's do this. Let's spend the money. And then I spend the money. Then 2 weeks later, I'm like, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. Why did I do this? Now, if I had, I'm like, the logic I think is if I had this money now that I spent last week, I would have had this amount. And then, but if I didn't get what I wanted to get, I wouldn't have the product. So do you know what I do? I charge my boyfriend. Yeah. I'm like, listen, I bought this. You need to pay it back because you made me pay for it. Do I have a problem? Do I have a problem, or is that just okay? Because honestly, I think that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I even do when I buy my daughter stuff. Like when I'm getting like, you see how I said I always mention my daughter, and somehow she'll enter in the conversation. When I get her nappies, wipes, clothes, or anything, like even yesterday I bought her clothes. I sent him the bill. I said, I had to buy your daughter shorts. I had to buy your daughter clothes. She's going out. Here's the bill. I feel like that's just the normal thing, and we should just make it part of like contracts and agreements when we get into a relationship, because at this point in time, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl, and I just want to have abundance of money in my account. Is it bad? No. It's just the logical thing. I think that's actually really good thinking, to be honest with you. If you think about it, you should be living a soft life. Or is it just me being delusional? Let me stay in my delusion. Okay, so this topic today is all about us females. And I feel like men don't rate us too much. I was in my car driving recently, yeah. The windows are down. It's mad hot, yeah. Windows are down. My guy is crossing my car like this. He's on the phone to his friend and he goes, yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? These girls are lazy. These girls are lazy because once they get their licenses, they don't even go on a walk anymore. They don't exercise no more. They don't do this no more. They don't do that no more. And it's like, if they even drive to the corner shop, now that's lazy. They need to learn to get their steps in. I said, excuse you? I think I said that a bit loud. My guy swiveled. I just had to stay front. I just had to stay targeted on my target, you know? Keep my eye on the prize, which was driving away. I was like, what? Yes. To be honest, when I wasn't driving, was I even going out? Okay, I was going out a lot when I wasn't driving. But as soon as I got my license, my mom did get my card the next. But no, you know what? That's not the point. Because I drive to the gym. When I go to the gym, I do drive to the gym. I don't yeah. It's actually, I think he's actually right, you know. Because I'm just realizing, as soon as I got my license, as soon as I got my car, I started driving I didn't drive to the corner shop. That's a bit extreme because there's no parking. And then if you park online and you get a ticket, that's too much. I do drive to the Tesco's though. I drive to the Tesco's when it's dark and I just want to jump in, get back in my house. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like it's not about being lazy. It's just that we do so much during the day. We do so much. And it's like this quick drive to the corner shop or quick drive to the gym, it's more than okay, because at the end of the day, we're getting our steps going to the car, and we're getting our steps coming out of the car to the shop or to the gym. Obviously getting our steps in the gym if we're working out. And then who honestly wants to work out and be taking public transport? Number one, you're going to be smelling. Number one, you're going to be knackered. Number two, number three, number three, depending on the workout you've done, you're clearly going to be knackered. Your part of your body gonna hurt. It's gonna be that pre-pain before the pain comes. Do you know what I mean? That pre-pain before you wake up in the morning, and then it's like, oh my god, leg day is talking. Oh my god, upper body day is talking. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we're connecting on a level of connection. So it's like, I don't think men should really be saying, these women are lazy. We're not lazy. You are lazy. You're the lazy one. Oh. I was even talking to my partner recently, and I was like, why is it that you work here, then you come and tell me, you come home and you're like, I'm tired. But then what are you going to do either that night? So either that night or on the weekend, what are you going to go and do? You're going to go and play football. So if you're really tired, why not stay home? Why are you only tired when it conveniences you? Like, if I have to say I'm tired now, I'll end up being called lazy. Why are females called lazy? Why do us females will go through so much? We do go through so much. And I feel for us. I do. And yeah, I was called a feminist actually. I don't think I'm a feminist. I just know that us females, we go through so much that we have to stand up for each other. I am a girl's girl, and I'll forever be a girl's girl. Do you know what I mean? So if a guy is talking mad about a girl, whether I know you or not, I'm gonna defend you to a certain extent. If I know you're in the wrong, I'll still defend you and then tell you secretly. That's what's about me. That's what. Hey, Pink Moscato is talking. That's what I am about. I am about being a girl's girl, and even if I know you're in the wrong, I will defend you to a certain extent. Or I might just say, you know what, pack it in. Let's go, and then I will let you know about yourself, and I'll let you know what you've done wrong. And I feel like that's how we should live life. That's how we should do. We should be there for each other and just be truthful and like not help each other take accountability, because you should be able to take accountability for yourself. But just know that, okay, in your friendship group, you're going to be able to hear the truth. And I think that's one thing should I say not lacked, but like it was taken, like we really protected ourselves with that in the friendship group I had a few years ago. When you think about things like that, and you think about where you would have been, like where would have been now with certain people that you previously had in your life and then gone, it's almost like, damn, the way I've evolved in my thinking, the way my life has drastically changed. If that friendship didn't like dissolve, the time it dissolved, would we still be friends like right now? And I feel like, and I'm just like, damn, that's actually very good, or like very, what word can I use? I don't even know. I mean, I'm not good with big words, so I'll say the word that comes to my head. Sometimes the word that comes to my head is not the word that I should say. But I feel like that is just, it's just madness. Let's say it's madness. And it's just crazy thinking about the life I used to live and then the life I'm living now. It is it's on the other end of it. They're on different ends of the spectrum. This Moscato is talking. My Moscato is my favorite drink, by the way. There's a time I had a birthday party, and every single person that walked into that party brought me a bottle of Moscato. I was like, y'all know me so well. This is the only wine I'll drink, to be honest with you. It's so good. It's so sweet, so fruity, and it creeps up on you a little bit. Like you don't even know when it's creeping up on you, but it creeps up on you. But what was that? You see how I feel like I need to go get tested because I literally get distracted so easily and I move from conversation to conversation. But they all kind of intertwine. Do you know what I mean? So it's like this scatter is sweet and fruity. My friendship is sweet and fruity until it turns sour. But this doesn't turn sour, it just creeps up on you. Oh my god, call me, yeah, call me the tagline connoisseur. What's the other word? Motivational speaker. What's the other one? Um, Life coach. Cha. Yeah, yeah. I have a question for you guys, and I need you to comment down in the comments below. Do you think guys and girls can be just friends? Like, do you think you can have just a female bestie or a male bestie? Because I think you do. I think you can to a certain extent. Maybe it's my way of thinking, and I just pick things up a bit slow. I'm cussing myself out now, but I probably pick things up a bit slow. But I've had a few male besties, and it wasn't until the friendship dissolved I realized, oh, you had, oh, okay, how did I not pick up on it? But then when they explained certain things to me, I'm like, oh. So there was one friend I had, name will not be mentioned. He was like a bestie. He will come to mine, I will go to his, we will be talking, and we'll talk like till like disgusting hours of the day. We'll be talking all day. You know when you're like on the phone to your friend and you're cooking, or the phone to friend to you and you're using the toilet. That is how much. That's how our friendship was. And then he had his friend was having a birthday party outside of London, and he was like, I should come. But then I was with Bay, and then I was like, oh, guy. He was like, I'm gonna pay for your ticket, and then we can stay in the same room. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Don't have to pay for extra hotel, blah blah blah. I told my man this, and he was like, you're not going nowhere, mate. You crazy? I was like, what do you mean? He's my bestie. Like, he's my bestie. He's my bestie. It wasn't until this guy explained it to me and was like, you guys talk a lot. You go out a lot, like almost every other day or every other weekend. You barely have time for me. And I'm like, oh. He was like, now are you clocking what I'm clocking? I'm like, oh. Then when I approached this male bestie of mine, and I was like, is this the case? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, you're very honest. I like that you're honest. Like, his honesty was on the top level. But I was like, oh. But then after a while, the friendship fizzled because obviously Bay wasn't comfortable with me being around him and all of that. And I was like, okay. There was one other friend, we had lost contact, got back in contact, and then he gave me a chain. But I just really liked the chain. So I mean, I was wearing the chain, went to go pick up Bay that same night. I left bowling with the guy. And then he was like, oh, where'd you get that chain from? And I was like, oh, this person gave it to me. He was like, take it off right now. Take it off right now. I was like, why? It's just my friend. We've known each other for how long? He's like, if I came home with a bracelet from a girl, would you like it? I was like, heck no. He's like, so I don't know. I feel like to a certain extent, girls and guys can be besties, but unless you're totally honest with each other and to yourselves to know, okay, if this person gets into a relationship, it's not going to go anywhere. Or if what now? If you actually, no, I don't know. I just feel like if you're honest with each other, you're good. You know what I mean? Okay, so moving on from that topic, honestly, guys, tell me in the comments if you feel like guys and girls can be besties, or if you've ever been in a situation where you really like got along with a certain person, and because of a certain thing you couldn't continue this friendship because of maybe man or something, or like feelings were there and you knew that other person had feelings, let me know, because I feel like that was very interesting of a topic. Do you know what I mean? So I think, you know, we put pressure on ourselves though, even in that aspect of girls and guys being best friends and being in a relationship or like whatever, we put pressure on ourselves because I know friends, guys, when guys and girls are besties, they make pacts to say, oh, if we're not in a relationship, right, let's say 35, no, that's too long, 32, 33, let's get together, have like either get together or let's have children together. And I'm thinking, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. And I will tell you why. If you do that, you're basically making a pact with that person. Yeah. You're basically making a love pact with that person. You're signing yourself up to that person because you feel like you're never going to find anything. So subconsciously in your mind, you're going to be thinking, oh, I have a safety net set aside, and if anything I can pick up that net and wear it because I don't have to, that means I don't have to work hard to find the person for me, because why, this bestie has, we've agreed on this and that, and then subconsciously you're not going to start thinking that you have feelings for this person, but really and truly it's the pact that you made. You see, when I say I need to add certain things to my CV, because that was mic drop moment. That was a realization of realizations to figure out that you can't be doing that in life. Do you know what I mean? Why are you making pact to say that if I don't, I sound like an African auntie? I need to be stopped. Or would you do that? I wouldn't do that, because I know for a fact that if I did that, I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna wait till we reach that age and be like, okay, yeah, so we made a pact, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's just so crazy. Oh my god. You know what? I'm going to end it there on a motivational life coaching talk for you. Don't make pacts. Live your life. Have fun. Don't put pressure on yourself. It's all about vibes. Don't bring wahala to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you only live what? Once. So, if you like it, don't like, don't subscribe, don't go and share. I will come for you. Thank you for watching, guys.